right. You're the horror film expert. What's that?
That's the sound of our beating hearts. It signifies our heightened fear and the fact that something horrible is about to walk in that door right now.
In Boy Meets World, Shawn is represented as the struggling teen with an identity crisis. Leading up to season 5, he found his identity and tried to replicate the kind of relationship that his best friends Corey and Topanga had. However, the two broke up for a while during this season, leaving Shawn to try and fix things between them. One day in class, he got part of the class detention for calling a boy named Kenny out for coming on to Topanga. He would then have a very revealing nightmare that served as his own therapy. In the nightmare, a killer was in the school, and Shawn, being very informed on horror movies, thought he could crack the case and save the day. One of the strong suspects was their very revered teacher, Mr. Feeney, who was a moral compass role throughout the series. Shawn then would place all his suspicion on Feeney, who he thought was trying to teach the kids a lesson.
Here's a knife, here's a gun, there'll be fun for everyone. Death is on the menu tonight.
Mr. Feeney, I have got to hand it to you. You have really outdone yourself this time. I mean, killing Kenny, obvious choice, but the pencil, George, I mean, that was genius.
I knew it was you all along. What's the big lesson? What were you trying to teach us?
Oh my gosh! They killed Feeney!
This revealed that Shawn was, in a sense, blaming God for the awful breakup. However, Feeney was killed by the killer, leaving the case unsolved. Later in the episode, after the group had split up in the library trying to find the killer, his half-brother Shawn and his girlfriend Angela find themselves on a ledge, where the killer would push them off to their deaths.
He paid half the rent. Now I can't afford to live in my apartment anymore. Wait, if I can't afford to live in my apartment anymore, then I don't want to live.
Wait! Shawn is still your roommate. Together, you can make the rent.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go back inside now. Thanks.
We then find out that the killer was Shawn all along, right before Shawn wakes up. Although Angela and Jack had just started to grow in much deeper relationship roles with Shawn would give them up in a heartbeat to reunite Corey and Topanga, as he thought that their relationship was an essential piece of his identity. When he wakes up, he begins to think that maybe it's not God's fault that Corey and Topanga has broken up, but maybe it's his. Throughout the show, he caused a lot of issues and never really had a deep relationship or friendship with anyone other than his best friend, Corey.
Well, Corey and Topanga aren't together anymore.
Yes, I know. I, too, read Teen Beat, Mr. Hunter.
And I guess I've been taking it pretty hard. And I'm sorry I disrupted the class and killed everybody, but I think I know why I did it.
Pray tell.
You guys have been together since before I even knew you. And if you're not, then I guess I feel like there's nothing I can depend on. And it really makes me angry that there's nothing I can do to fix that.
Shawn, you're not responsible for this.
What do you mean?
This isn't your fault.
Something bad happened, Mr. Hunter, but for the very first time, you're not responsible.
How come I feel so bad?
Well, because you're a troubled young man. I recognize that from the movie, A Troubled Young Man. You may all go. It's obvious that you've been punished enough.